Hello, Canada, and welcome to the 2016 Travelers Curling Club Championships in beautiful Kelowna. I am Justin Nilsson, and beside me I got fellow legend of the Kelowna Curling Club, Dave Meloff. How are you today, Dave?
Justin, I'm great. I'm delighted to be here. I think we're looking forward to a really good match between two teams that are battling for their playoff lives tonight.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Dave. We're at Draw 5 here, Wednesday afternoon in beautiful Kelowna Curling Club here. We're seeing a battle of Team Nunavut against Team Prince Edward Island. We're looking for a really good one today, Dave. The two teams.
Well, let's introduce the two teams, too. From Prince Edward Island, skipped by Dennis Watt. Third man, Eric Robertson. The second man, Andrew McDougall. And our lead, Doug McGregor. And from Team Nunavut, we have skip Peter McKay. Third, Jeff Nadeau. Second, Colby O'Donnell. And the lead, Jamie Gauthier.
Yeah, and before the game, the two teams always do a draw of the button to see who gets hammered. And it looks like Team Nunavut got that today, Dave.
Yeah, they did. And Prince Edward's throwing one into the rings early. A cautious start.
You know, middle of the week, we're still, the two teams probably still trying to figure out the ice a little bit, but they should have a good grasp on it. As normal, we usually see the first end pretty clean, right, Dave?
Well, that's a rule. That being said, Gauthier is throwing one with a little bit of a bumper weight. Just going to tap it back a little bit and maybe get some rocks into play. He gets it out of the rings. Yeah, it looks like they're going to feel it out for the first end anyway.
And now, I'd like to welcome all the fans across the nation. We're getting a very good turnout, and it's great for the families that can't travel, you know, especially if they're on the East Coast, all the way to the West Coast here, that they can still watch a few games live and get a cheer on from home.
Prince Edward Island rolls out on their hitting. Looks like Nunavut has a chance to put up a corner guard here, and it looks like they called for a tight one. Big swing in this ice, AJ. What's your name again? Vic?
Yeah, it's Justin, Dave. Hopefully you'll get it by the 8th end, eh?
Still working on your last name.
That's right, yeah. You know, we've only curled against each other for quite a few years.
I just know him as Sheet 7.
Yeah, that's right, Sheet 4.
Yeah, this should get something going. Here we got a corner guard out in play.
Yeah. For those that don't know, the Travelers Curling Club Championships were first held in 2009 in Toronto. Alberta has, you know, kind of done the most with this. They've won 3 times. Saskatchewan has claimed 2 titles. And while Ontario, Newfoundland, and Labrador have 1 title apiece. That's on the men's side.
Lots of room, guys. Lots of room.
This rock's hanging out a little bit.
Good.
Justin, here's the big swing, and the swing's going to come late.
Yeah, what the curlers should find,
How to warm you up.
you know, they can be a little wide of the broom if anything, because like you had alluded to earlier, tons of swing. We're looking probably about 5.5, 6 feet of curl, and that's tremendous for the curlers here at a national championship.
Yeah, it sure is. You just can't be tight and light on this ice.
No, very unforgiving, as both you and I know, right?
Absolutely.
So kind of unique to the Travelers too, that you know, most of these teams are just, you know, your everyday club curlers that, you know, really want to get some competition, but don't have much experience on a national stage. For most of these players, this is their first national event. And with a national event, it comes with a couple new perks, we'll call it. As you can see in the background, all the teams are timed. And that's on a thinking time, Dave. So they each have 30 minutes of thinking time. So that means we see here Team Yellow, Team Prince Edward Island throwing. Their clock isn't going now, but as soon as this rock comes to rest, Team Nunavut's clock will start. So it's timed on the decision Team Nunavut takes to call their shot, as well as the time to throw the rock. And that's the thinking time. So 8 ends, 30 minutes. The team should be a lot of time, Dave.
Well, I know the players have thinking time, but I just kind of wish we did.
That's right, Dave.
Hit and roll.
And also to that, besides the time clocks, we have special handles, as you can see right there. Little green lights popped up. And that's just it's just a unique sensor in the handles that tells the player if they've gone over that hog line or not. And it is a rule that you can't go over the hog line with that rock in your hand.
Penalty being that the rock gets removed from play. And here's Eric Broderson. He's going to try to sneak one around that high center guard there. Without the hammer, this is a good opportunity for PEI to lie to and to force a hand in the Nunavut's.
And we'd like to remind everyone at home that besides watching us through Curl Canada's website and live streaming, like you've already brilliantly found, you can connect with the championship using hashtag TCCC, that's 3 C's, 2016. And actually, you'll find there that all the teams are participating in a social media contest. And Team Prince Edward Island definitely wanted me to give them a shout out. Check them out. They've done a unique Real Men of Curling calendar, Dave. That's got to be something, eh?
And they didn't ask me.
No, I know. They left me out of there too.
Maybe I'll be in the Christmas edition.
That's right. I can see a nice little Santa hat on you and little elf shoes. That'd be great.
Another hit on the nose here, and I think we'll see Nunavut's try to get onto the inside of that. Tightening up the ice a little bit from his last throw. This has got some curling to do. He doesn't want to roll out here and give PEI a real good opportunity to draw in. Looks like he hung on.
But that stayed fairly straight, Dave. Do you think that's going to be a straight spot today? Out in the wings?
Well, if there's any tendency on this ice, that would be the one spot where it would run a little straighter than normal. And this being another spot down here.
Yeah, we should get a good look at it here from the Prince Edward Island skip here.
Cat and mouse game here. Whoever can get that first roll in behind cover definitely have a big advantage in this end.
Yep.
Now this one's moving early.
And you notice there's only one sweeper on that, Dave. Kind of in the last year was for sure, but we had a big sweeping controversy, I guess we'll call it, with all the teams on the curling circuit trying new techniques, new fabrics and all that. But the one thing they did find that if the rock is curling, the inside sweeper, kind of with their forward stroke going against it, will actually make it go straighter. What do you think of that, Dave?
I think it's a little overblown, especially at this level. I think I just assume have two sweepers on my rock. The biggest controversy happened with the fabric on the brooms, and I think that's been addressed by Curl Canada to eliminate the fabric that's actually damaging the ice.
Yeah.
That's creating the big issue with this.
Yeah, that's a great point, Dave. Actually, you'll notice right now it's a good view. The two sweepers there, they have a yellow fabric at the end of their broom. And actually it was mandated that all curlers at a national event have to use that exact same fabric. So all these curlers on this great Kelowna Curling Club 12-sheet facility, all the teams are using that exact same fabric.
Well, the Nunavut's tried to draw one in there. Lie 2. They're certainly lying 2, but there's a good chance here now for PEI to bail out of this end with a little hit and roll behind cover.
I'd just like to go back to that quick point about our facility we have here in Kelowna. We're very lucky. We have, like I said, a 12-sheet facility. If those of you that are watching and tuning in think you heard me wrong, no, you heard me right. 12 sheets. Most curling clubs, have 4 or 8 if you're lucky, but we managed to have 12. So we kind of forget about that. Hey, Dave, like one of the biggest curling rinks in the world, actually.
Yeah, I think there's a 10-sheeter in Lethbridge, if I'm not mistaken, but I think as far as I know, this is the biggest one in the country right now. All on one plant, too. So you can imagine how hard that plant has to work and how hard it is for the ice makers to create consistent ice. For the most part, they do a remarkably good job here.
Yeah, it's always a struggle. I mean, to get each sheet of ice be consistent and the same. Super challenging. And right now, we would like to give a shout out to the ice makers. They're doing a wonderful job this week so far. The ice looks great. The players are loving it, and just the ice makers working tirelessly. So kudos to them, Dave.
Yeah, Guy Mackey's done a terrific job here for a number of years. He's got his young superstar Tyler there is becoming an up-and-comer. Very promising for ice conditions here for Kelowna for now and for the future.
This one looks like it might go out.
Just lost a little bit, curled too much. Out the back.
Just out the back. Good sweep by Broderson there. You might need to take some sweeping lessons from that guy, Dave.
My hard sweeping days are kind of over, I think, Justin, at this point. I'll just stand in that tee head now.
That's right.
And continue to make bad decisions. But
yes.
at this time, it'll affect the whole team.
As we just take a look at some of our sponsors here between ends.
So Nunavut with a score of 1 in the first end. We'll start this second end off.
They put together a really nice end there, Dave. They might be a little disappointed with the outcome rolling out on that last end because, as curlers love to do, we love to score 2 points or more each end. So scoring 1's still good.
Yeah, it kind of holds serve, doesn't it, Justin?
Yeah, for sure it does. This one has a little steam behind it.
Yeah, Gautier's got this one going to the back of the house and through, but second end is typically the fastest. Second end is typically the fastest end on this curling ice I've found over the years.
Yeah, it kind of has one of those little unique things about it, right? Second end, always as fast. It's like we're going downhill. Can't stop us, hey, Dave?
Speaking of going downhill, here we are.
Here we are.
Nowhere to go but up, Justin.
You're right, Dave. That's the brilliant thing right now. Second end, we still got 6 more ends of great curling action.
Absolutely.
For the fans at home, hold on tight.
And here, Prince Edward Island has hit the rings with their first rock. I think he was trying to get that out front. But then again, that fast second end can fool anybody. Nunavut's going to try to remove this rock.
Dave, I was talking to both teams before the game, and they couldn't say enough about how excited they were to be on this ice, be in Kelowna. You know, for both these teams that we're featuring today, it's quite a hike from where their home is. So to kind of get out of the house and see a different part of our beautiful country, it's pretty special to them. So
yeah, besides the Newfies, this is probably as far as a guy could travel.
Yes.
To get to this event. Great opportunity. That's what this Travelers Championship has done for a lot of players. I had the privilege of playing in a couple of these events, not getting to the national level, but a terrific camaraderie and well-run events, and really gives a lot of people a real good opportunity to play good competitive games.
Well, just going off that, Dave, the Travelers has done just a fantastic job at making this event pretty much like a Briar or Scotties for these players. Like, just them going over beyond, making these players feel welcome and special is just tremendous. It really makes me want to get to one of these, I'll tell you that much.
Lots of weight.
And Nunavut gets one into the forefoot there, trying to get the hit and roll across the house. Watson's got a good chance here to lie two, spread these rocks out.
Yep. Oh. Yep.
This is second Andrew McDougall. With a really nice hit and stick there. That's a kind of underrated but really important shot in curling.
Yeah, and I find on this ice that the hit and stick, the simple hit and stick, is just not that simple on this ice, especially with the movement that they get. Very weight dependent. Tone your weight down at all on this ice and it will move hard. Looks like we got just enough of that to get it out of the rings anyway. And the Prince Edward Islanders are going to split the house again.
Andrew McDougall again.
Well, they're backing off this one. It might be a little warm.
They really want to sit two after this shot.
Sure lets Nunavut's off the hook. They can get this out of the rings.
Just get Mackey sweeping very hard to get that one out. Great sweep.
Yes, skips are good sweepers.
That's most are anyway, Dave.
Yeah.
Most.
And here's Jeff Nadeau, getting his team out of a little bit of a jam.
Would like to stick around here though. Looks like it should. Great shot. Changing up the spot on the ice to throw here now too for Prince Edward Island.
Yeah, rolling over to the wings like that gave PEI an option to maybe play something soft down to it, but they're just going to play it safe here and hit this and maybe move on to the third end. And
Yep.
That's a great throw.
And the feeling out process will continue here for the rest of this end by the looks of it.
Yeah, just let the fans that are tuning in just remind them that how these teams got here to be eligible in your home club, your home province. 3 out of the 4 players must play together in a regular curling league. So that means you pretty much have to put up with each other all year, eh, Dave? But that's one of the cool things about a curling team, that the longer you've been together, the more experience you have, really goes a long way in being successful. Only one player of the team may have competed at a provincial level of curling in the last 4 years. So that really keeps everyone right on the same page, same level, and makes this curling event really unique.
And getting later in the end here, so Broderson was asked to put the rock into the rings just to play it safe again. They'll look for the third end maybe to attack and try to get their deuce and get back on top in this game. Here's skip Peter McKay. Very nice looking throw by Peter. Looks like he can throw the up weight with some accuracy.
Supers staying right close. Supers like that one, hey? They didn't have to touch it.
Well, yeah, and the nice thing about that one too, I think, Justin, is that if PEI hits this one on the nose, and give him a chance to maybe duck one around. So it's important here for Prince Edward Island to get to the inside of this rock, cross the face of it a little bit, and roll into the rings.
And you can see at the bottom of our screen there, you got kind of the little score with the rocks left, and PEI does have the hammer there.
Another beautiful release. This one's got to turn, this one's going to cross. And there's a chance now.
Yeah, we'll see what Nunavut does with this.
Yeah, he's not hesitating. He's going to try to go around it.
I like that call, Dave.
Well, you might as well try to put as much pressure on the other team as you can. The real danger to this one is obviously you can bump the Yellowstone in accidentally. Or if you do not hit the rings, you do maybe give PEI a chance for a split.
You can also see, as you're looking at our scoreboard there, if you want full scores from any teams, any games today, draw 5, you could log on, go on to curling.ca/scoreboard, and you should find all the scores there.
It's Peter McKay. Well, the boys aren't sweeping it early. It might be a little hot.
Looks pretty close though, Dave. I think the Supers
starting to come down
stay
now.
close here. We're looking at that for that big swoop that Kelowna has here. Maybe a little hot though. That takes some of the curl out. Broderson going hard on it.
Oh, just hung on.
That's interesting.
Very important that he hung on. It would have, otherwise it would have given Prince Edward Island a free shot at making a split on that top yellow one. And as you and I both know, that in-turn hit going away from the center line is not always as routine as it should be.
No. I've gotten a little complacent in the hack and thought I had a simple hit and roll, and Whoops, went right by it, Dave.
The silent takeout.
The silent takeout.
Yeah.
You never want to hear. You never want to be a part of that.
Well, I've been a bit of an expert at that shot for a while.
Just gonna nose, Dave.
Yeah, he's going to stick around.
So right on the beak, as we call it, and that ties our game up, 1-1 after 2. A couple of slight missed opportunities, maybe for both teams in the first couple ends, Dave.
Yeah, no harm, no foul.
I believe so.
So again, we'd like to thank everyone for joining in today on Draw 5 action here at the Kelowna Curling Club in beautiful Kelowna, British Columbia. We as a club are so happy to host this event, Dave, with over 100 volunteers from this club. Isn't that amazing? You know, an event like this wouldn't be possible if we didn't have that many volunteers. So we'd like to just do a shout out to all the the tireless volunteers doing so much to make the club look nice and make a special experience for all these players.
Yeah, and Gary Brucker's such a wonderful man. He's put together a terrific team. Tyler Yeager and too many other great volunteers to mention. But kudos to Gary and his team. He's done a wonderful job once again.
That's right. Gary Brucker's our chair of this event. Again, since we're so lucky to have such a big facility, Dave, last year we actually got to hold a national event that I was privileged enough to play in, the university national event here last March, and again, all the volunteers and did a really great job with that. So
Truly is amazing how the volunteers come through every single time, isn't it?
Unbelievable, Dave.
It really is. Well, we got a couple rocks out front now using the free guard zone. So this ought to get some rocks into play here.
Yeah, we might mix it up a little bit.
I think so. I think Nunavut have a real good opportunity here to take advantage of that last rock and
Wait only.
maybe score multiple points here.
Wait only.
It's a key shot here. This shot needs to be in front of the tee line. We don't want to get into a freeze game without the hammer. So Prince Edward Island a little deep with this. And the mayhem might just start now, Justin.
Yeah, that is buried, so it looks like we're going to have a battle of freezes here.
Yeah, and without the last rock, it's a tough proposition.
Might be too late.
Now, we'll want to keep an eye on this the whole game, Dave. This rock right now, it doesn't seem to have a lot of rotation, and, rocks that, especially on ice like we have here in Kelowna, a lot of swingy ice, we'll see that it starts to lose its rotation as it kind of is now.
Yeah, and you can see it just swinging hard. He got it behind that. It's a pretty good shot. Didn't get it back to the yellow one that he wanted to, but it's in there and it's soft.
Yeah, it just went sideways there at the end.
Yeah, that's the problem with not throwing enough rotation is it will have a tendency to hook a lot harder, and also it won't carry its weight down the ice as well.
That's right. The players will find that it's grinding to a halt a lot sooner than normal.
And we have this tremendous ice surface right here where we've got lots of swing, but the one thing about this ice is it's not overly quick. And if you get your brooms off the ice, it will dig in.
And that would be due to all the swing, Dave.
Yep.
Well, absolutely. I mean,
Yep.
you can't have your cake and eat it too all the time, right?
That's what they say.
Here's a terrific looking shot by PEI.
No, it's okay.
Gets one on top of it.
Yeah, it's a pretty good spot. You always want to be above that tee line, and if possible, above your opponent's stone, so you can always raise it back if need be.
Yeah, you want to control the front of that house, don't you? Good opportunity here for Nunavut to get rid of these two yellows and regain control of the front of the house.
Important shot here by second Kobe O'Donnell.
Nope.
He doesn't look too thrilled with that throw. Dave.
No, this could be tragic here, actually, Justin. He might just kick his own out. This gives Prince Edward Island an excellent opportunity.
Hey Jeff, I don't know much about curling, but I don't think that was supposed to
No
happen.
hesitation here. He wants to throw the out turn. He wants to hook one around the outside of that tight center guard, get three in behind cover, and put a lot of pressure on the Nunavut skip.
Watch the planings up there by the water.
This is an important shot for McDougall. This is the one that can really cement your team into a good position. And if you're going deep here, Justin,
Straight line's good
you
now.
could sure set up
Good
a
now.
wall that could let Nunavut out of this end.
Yep.
That's right. This shot better late than heavy, but the Seafarers
Absolutely.
going hard on this.
He's got an excellent weight.
We gotta smash him.
That's not bad, Dave.
Not terrible at all.
If you hit that front rock, that's gonna get rid of two, and
Yeah, well,
it should be all gone.
Probably going to see a high hard one here from Nunavut.
Yeah, if he hits this just right, he can get rid of two, maybe three if he's super lucky.
Kobe O'Donnell.
At worst, he can clear off the front end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he's gonna get the one off the front.
But it's definitely better
See that there?
for Nunavut.
A little bit unlucky. Now the Islanders have a good chance here again. There's a couple options here. He could throw a tight center guard and kind of replace it to where it was. But he's looks like he elected to tap the one that's on the center line back about 2 or 3 feet. Tap it into the scoring position into the forefoot.
Yep.
Over curling a little bit.
Looks like it has a little bit of weight to it, too.
Yeah, unfortunately. And again, without the hammer, putting your own rocks to the back of the house is not going to be your friend at the end of the day. Nadeau's got a chance here if he can make this double takeout.
Just didn't quite curl enough, Dave.
No, I think he popped that out a little bit. Even though the ice curls here, it's still release sensitive like any other surface.
Hit that two.
That's right. We say that if players have a little outward motion, that'll send the rock to the outside of the path, and probably won't get back.
Roderson, another chance to get one in.
Line's good.
I think ideally
That's
he'd
good.
like to sit this one
Yep.
about top 4 foot,
Let's wait. Yep.
3/4 buried behind that yellow
Yep.
one that's in the top of the 12.
Yep. Keep going.
This
Yep.
one's overhooking.
Really
Go, go,
curling.
go.
Yeah, this is one of the spots where it really does want to move on this ice.
This might work out for them, though.
That good plan B, definitely.
If you hit them two dead on,
Now, you're no stranger to plan Bs, hey, Dave?
I get down to plan C, D, and E.
Yeah. Well, it's just like but the first few ones earlier a little tighter. We go straighter.
Nunavut really looking to get out of trouble here.
Yeah, he's got to lock one on that back, and he's got to do it soon. That path won't be there much longer.
It's really staying out here again, Dave, on the side.
she didn't come in.
Little fast track there.
There. Yep.
Once again, we got Prince Edward Island trying to block this turn off. A little bite of that top 4 foot.
Oh, man, that would just lock up the end for Prince Edward
sure
Island,
would.
wouldn't it?
Especially if you can get a piece of it buried behind one of those two yellows.
More of a snare cat there.
And Nunavut would be in a big struggle at that point. They'd have the intern side open. That intern sign we know is not nearly as inviting as this outturn sign is.
Well, this path has been played quite a lot this end, so the players should get a fairly good idea what it's like right now and the speed.
Trophy after. Yep, keep going. Line's real good, guys.
The line's real good. I think he's going to come up just a little short, but pretty good spot though, I think, Justin, isn't it?
Well, again, Prince Edward Island is definitely, as we like to say, missing the right way. If they're not going to be perfect, they're being lighter, which is definitely helping them in this situation.
Yeah, Peter McKay here. He's got a big shot here now. He's got to get one in there. If he doesn't get one in there, the Prince Edward Islanders will have a real good opportunity to block this other side off, and he's going to have some kind of miracle shot to score a point.
I was talking with Peter just right before the game, and he wanted us to give a shout out to what he said was Nunavut's biggest fan, his son Michael Motorcycle. So hopefully Michael's watching right now and cheering for Dad, because he needs a big shot right now.
Absolutely. Does he ever? Still an opportunity to score two here too, Justin. If he can make this big shot, get this into a good position, it would be really hard for Prince Edward Island to get this out.
That's right. We like to call those a skipper's deuce. Now this path hasn't been played as much, but the line looks pretty good. The sweepers need to stay close.
Yeah, I think it's going to move here.
Really curling hard now. Line's not bad if they can get it by the top 8-1. Just
a little late on that sweep.
A little bit. Weight would have been really close.
Yeah. On this swingy ice, you got to get those brooms down early and hold it out there a little bit, because you know it's going to move at the end.
Now, even though Prince Edward Island has controlled most of this, and they have to be really careful how they hit this red one.
Yeah, you certainly don't want to make a shot for your opponent, do you?
No, and we're no strangers to that either, hey, Dave?
We're going to call you the setup guy. You're either setting me up for failure or success. We're not sure.
That's right, Dave.
Stay on your side.
Dave and I have had some long battles on the curling ice here in Kelowna over the years.
Yeah, it's hard to believe you can get a 3.5-hour game in and only play 6 ends.
Well, that's your specialty, Dave, anyway. The building's all clear by the time you get up.
Oh,
Big weight here.
I don't know if this is coming off that line.
Oh, boy. Look at the roll, though.
Oh, does he get a break or what?
Oh, no.
Wow, that's a fortuitous break.
Very fortunate, for sure. But it's more open for Nunavut here. They would love to get out of this end with a point.
Absolutely. I think we're still line 4 here for the Prince Edward Islanders. It's got a little bit of a pocket back there now. If he could just manage to get it around that one in the top, that yellow one in the top of the 8-foot. He's got a little bit of backing back there, so this gives him a real good opportunity to get out of this end.
I mean, he just threw a stone down this path.
Yeah, so he's got the weight right in his back pocket, so to speak.
And that's a great shot that the camera has right now. You know, curling is one of those things, right? These two players are going head-to-head against each other, competing for a win in a national event, and they're still back there joking about the shots. Hey, Dave, isn't that great?
That's what makes curling the most social game in the world.
Last rock for skip Peter Mackey here from Nunavut. Needs a good piece of the 4-foot to get his team out of the end.
Again, I don't like the way the sweepers haven't even taken a look at it, but it is a little hot.
Does look a little heavy. Line looks, it's got to get off that top one. They're going to roll in.
I don't think so. Unfortunate break. Steal of 4.
Sorry, guys.
Steal of 4 by the yellow Prince Edward Islanders.
Well, we knew we'd get into one that end, Dave,
I
with
did.
all the rocks out in front. And
I was worried that it's gonna just.
That's the beauty of the free guard zone, and the beauty of the free guard zone too
Yeah, it's not pretty. It's not. I know.
is that
it's
the
not
this
pretty.
game is not over. Have lots of time left to come back.
oh, that's for sure. We've only done 3 ends of play in an 8-end game.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That the guys here. I said if I throw that again down that line again.
Getting ready to throw is lead for Prince Edward Island. Dougie McGregor.
Yeah.
Before the event, we got all the teams to kind of throw together a profile
Yeah.
for our benefit and to kind of, keep the fans at home entertained, I guess, if you will. Lead Dougie McGregor here. His nickname is the Wrench, and wouldn't you know it, for curling fans, his idol curler is Eddie Wernick.
Eddie Wernick.
Eddie Wernick, whose
Wow.
nickname was also the Wrench.
The name is vaguely familiar.
Dougie McGregor, he's the son of a famous island horseman, James Roach McGregor, an accomplished harness racer of repute in the province and maritime region. He'd like to give a shout out to his wife, Faye, a very tolerant woman he's got here.
Oh, he's made an excellent shot too. He's got one into the top of the forefoot, top of the button. And Team Nunavut's got to get a guard up here and try to get some rocks in play.
Lead Jamie Gauthier here. I'd like to give a shout out to children Kevin and Chelsea, as well as girlfriend Natasha. I hope I got that right, Dave.
Oh, I'm sure you did. You're a linguistics expert. And Doug McGregor trying to remove this rock and lie too.
Hey, Jeff.
He hits and rolls out. It's almost a blessing in disguise.
Dougie.
Getting that second rock into play into the 8-foot could have created a little bit of havoc in the attempt to remove red stones later in the end.
It's gone. It's gone.
Nunavut's are gonna, so they're gonna try to remove this rock, and they're gonna wait for a better chance next end.
Tight. Top 12.
Curiously, he's asking for this into the rings and not a guard. With a 4-point lead, I think he'd rather play the game within the 8-foot circle.
Yeah, this is definitely playing into the hands of
Like top
Nunavut,
12,
isn't it?
guys.
Nunavut is just
Coming out of the
craving
back,
rocks out in front. to
Fine.
get behind.
Yeah, they want rocks out front. They need some.
I gotta come out of the hack.
They need some rocks in play.
Losing line. Losing line. Gotta be in. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Okay.
Safely into the top of the 8-foot. Mackey looks like he's going to play a freeze down to the 1-shot rock. If I take that back, looks like he's going to make a hit, play on it. He's going to hit it.
Now, second Kobe, O'Donnell here. Kind of a unique island connection. He's actually originally from Prince Edward Island.
Is that right?
Yeah. He also wishes to shout out to Tara, his wife, Irish, his son, and also watching in Prince Edward Island, Uncle David Murphy and cousin Jody.
Oh. Fantastic.
Hopefully they're tuning into our very animated broadcast this afternoon, Dave.
Rocky and Bullwinkle? What kind of animation are we talking about here?
Well, something like that.
Frickin' Brad.
Yep.
I think the Islanders here are very content just to play
Yep. Right up, guys.
up and down the ice here, knocking some rocks out,
sweet.
wasting some ends.
That was second Andrew McDougall. Also wanted to shout out to his two rambunctious children, he said, Anderson and Alexander.
Fully agree.
He resides in Summerside. Have you ever been to Prince Edward Island?
I
Dave?
actually have. One time I got to play in Charlottetown.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a wonderful place. We went out on the town looking for lobster, and
Oh, that Atlantic lobster, isn't that the best?
absolutely.
I was lucky enough to go to Summerside
Nice.
in 2008 for a conference.
Lots of weight.
I was still in high school in 2008. Dave, what were you doing?
Sell a curl big time.
Through the goalpost, as they say on that one.
Yeah, Watts has got to be a little bit careful here. Looks like he's got a green light. He's got to put another one into the 8-foot. The more rocks that get into play here, the more chances for the Nunavut to
It's
get something going.
third Eric Broderson.
Last thing he wants to do here is sit one right beside his one in the button. Leave a bit of a pocket there.
Like to do a shout out to wife Andrea McDonald, two children Ella and Lincoln.
It's crashing off there now. There.
She's very proud of their
There.
dad.
There's no way you miss him.
Okay, Peter Mackey's got
Take two.
a real good opportunity here now. There's a bit of a wall that's set back
It's
there.
like a backstop.
You get anything in front of those three rocks, and he's got a real good chance of having him play in a couple shots.
Yeah. Weight's good, I think. Weight's good.
A little firm here. He doesn't want to really bump that back. It gives the Islanders a bit of a way out.
He's got something to work with here, Dave. That was third Jeff Nadeau. Also wanted to shout out to Kobe and Dylan. Yeah, they kind of wanted that to roll a little bit.
Yeah, I think
got
it would have been
fortunate.
quite dangerous to leave it right there, Justin. I think
Yeah, buddy.
he could have even rolled that out for what it's worth, to be honest with you.
You bet. All these stones right now are helping Team Nunavut. Trying to get that freeze right on top of the opponent's stone and make it very difficult to
Get that in your back pocket all day.
take theirs out.
Well, it looks like he's trying to hit and roll. He can maybe hit and roll and maybe get one onto the corner
close.
of that yellow.
Really close.
There we go.
Good stuff.
It's actually not too bad, Dave.
That worked out very well.
Really good shot.
I think they got top rock.
I think Watt's going to try to run this straight back.
Crosses the hair.
Right on the nose to remove those two back stones. Sit 1-2.
Plug handy at him.
Great
Good
shot.
buddy.
I was also talking with Team PEI, trying to get their
Normal nose-ish.
their influences in curling and trying to quiz them on that. And besides their leads, Idol, Eddie Wernick, Russ Howard came up. And, you know, a couple of them, I don't know if they're getting some brownie points or what, but a couple of them said their own Dougie McGregor was an idol. Who's your curling idol, Dave?
Oh, I grew up, I think, besides the obvious Rick Folk, I'd have to give my favorite player growing up as a kid would have been Eddie Lukowicz.
Eddie Lukowicz.
For us.
Very unfortunate
Hey, I got a
break
triple.
for
Everything
Team
out of there.
PEI.
Well, that gives Mackey the opportunity that he's been looking for a whole end. He's going to try to split the house now, I think, Justin.
Yeah, that'd be a great shot, Dave. Get these two rocks as far apart as possible.
As far apart as possible and parallel,
Protect
too.
that rock.
So that so that the Islanders have no double attempt at it.
Give me a triple. Give me a triple.
Yeah, Denny likes to throw the F weight, by the looks of it. He's pretty good at it, so pretty important not to leave these staggered.
It's a good release, Dave.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to move.
Weight's good, I think.
I wasn't worried about the piece of my hand. You were. It was decent. Well, the way Andrews ran.
Super's kind of backing off again.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I think that they've got to improve on is just to get
A little bit
into
further.
a ready position. And as we can see, came up a little short.
Just a little bit. That's pretty good, though,
Yeah, that's
Dave.
pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty flat double. I don't think it's there.
Gonna have to throw a ton of weight to just get this rock over there.
You're normal.
Yeah, Watt will be looking to roll this into the forefoot and force McKay to make a hit and stick for his point.
Dennis wanted to shout out to his twin girls, Jordan and Reagan. His wife, Becky. The kids will be turning 2 in February. So I'm sure that takes a lot of his time, Dave.
Yep. Whoa, whoa. Yep. Whoa.
On and off, this has got to be close. Really close.
Yeah, a real good try.
Ah, excellent.
over there.
Excellent. Making this
Knocked that one out a good too.
Scared of it jumping on us too hard.
a little more difficult than it probably could have been, but
Yeah, it's nice.
still needs to make this one for Mackey. To get Team Nunavut right back in the action here.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what my 7 round is.
As you briefly mentioned earlier, Dave, when your idol is Rick Folk, and that's, Kelowna Curling Club has quite the history of notable curlers. I mean, we have a long list of provincial and national world winners here, so pretty lucky.
This one's moving hard, Justin. The boys really got to sweep hard on this. They did an excellent job. 2 big points for the Nunavut's.
Great sweeping.
Right back in this thing.
It's an important deuce.
Nice shot, Peter.
Halfway to beer o'clock. Halfway there.
Before there was ice, there was our hallway at home. I was always the shy, quiet kid who loved math. But when I saw math come alive in the geometry of the game, I found my passion and my voice. It's a game of precision, a game of inches. It's the equation that now defines who I am.
This ice is everything. It's where I come to feel close to her, to feel whole. This building helped raise me when my mother no longer could. When I step on the ice, she steps with me. My dad is my rock. We're a team now, like the 4 of us when we step on the ice. People say that this isn't a contact sport, but that's not true. It contacts you where you need it the most.
Before
back
there was
here.
ice.
Just gonna do a little
There was
scan of scores here in sheet 1. Saskatchewan, Manitoba tied up. 4th end coming to an end there. Ontario, New Brunswick ladies tied 2-2. A lot of close games out here. I can't see the teams there. Nova Scotia and Newfoundland 2-1. Newfoundland, Northwest Territories tied up. Our feature sheet here, Nunavut just got to score 2. Important. 5-3. On the ladies' side here, Alberta against Nova Scotia. Alberta up 3-1 in the 4th end. Just coming to an end there. BC, Northwest Territories men. BC's up 5-2. 4th end. Saskatchewan, Quebec. Saskatchewan's up 2-1, I believe, Dave.
2-0 over there.
2-0, thanks, Dave.
Yeah, that's the one. I'm there for you, buddy.
On the men's side, New Brunswick and Yukon. Yukon's up 6-2. It's a great game they got going on over there. On the women's side, PEI, Northern Ontario. Northern Ontario up 2-1. And Alberta and Quebec. Alberta up 4-0. And way on sheet 12 there, Nunavut against Yukon. I can't see
Yukon up 5-0 over there, Justin.
5-0.
I got the eagle eyes going on over here,
That's
buddy.
a good eagle eye you got there.
Yeah. Tyler, how you doing over there, sir? Yeah, very good. Good ice. Excellent job. That's Tyler, the young protege of Guy Mackey's. Doing a wonderful job on the ice. No matter what I said last Wednesday. No matter what I said last Wednesday.
I didn't hear it. You guys are having too much fun, I think.
Hey, there's Fernando's Pub, my good friends, Bernie and Louie.
One of the
Delta,
sponsors.
yeah, Delta Hotels. Couldn't have these events without these sponsors.
No, and also to that, Dave, Curling Canada and the officials, the officiating team this week have been outstanding, led by Chief Umpire Patty Caldwell.
I noticed a lot of these sponsors are have a similar kind of theme to them.
Is that a
well, you know,
a
place
good
to have
time?
a beer
Is
and
it a good
burger,
time
maybe.
feel?
Yeah,
or-
yeah. Oh, there you go. It's what curling's all about, really.
That's right. Like you said, the best social game in the world.
It truly is.
And I have to say something to your eagle eye, Dave. I'm just looking over there on sheet 12, and it's actually 9-0.
Oh, well, there you go.
We might have to get those eyes checked.
Comes with age, young fella. All right, we're ready to get going here for the 5th end again.
We're back in action.
Fresh off their deuce, the Nunaviks. Trying to get a center guard up, trying to get something going here.
Yeah, they have a little bit of momentum. Hopefully they can use that and put some pressure on Team Prince Edward Island here.
Here's Jamie Gauthier. With the swingy ice here too, Justin, I think the center guards, it's important to get them closer to the rings.
Oh, for sure, Dave.
Yeah, that's 3/4 in. That's a pretty good spot right there. That should get things going.
That's a great guard by lead Jamie
Yeah.
Gauthier.
And if you're Prince Edward Island, you really have only one answer to this. You have to try to go around it and
Beat him to it.
beat them to it.
They could try a split, Dave. Do you like trying the split? with your team?
Not this early in the game. I think the split can create extra rocks out front that you really don't need when you have a 2-point lead on the last rock. I think he's got to try to get one into that top 8 foot and try to control that 4 foot at this point.
We had a little Q&A with Team Prince Edward Island, and the question was, what song best represents your team? And their answer was, Why Can't We Be Friends by War. Sounds like the theme for you and me, Dave.
And here's Gauthier again with another effort. He's got to try to lock one on top of that Prince Edward Island that's in the top of the 12, I think, ideally.
We had the same Q&A for Team Nunavut here, and And what song best Absolute Beginners by David Bowie.
Well, it's good to see they have all of us a good sense of humor.
Yeah, they really do, Dave. They're having so much fun out there.
Well, those crazy Islanders, they can laugh with the best of them, that's for sure.
Now, this is very interesting. I'm reading on their Q&A, Dave, too. The question was for Team Prince Edward Island. Who does your team want to represent Canada in the curling 2018 Olympics? You're going to love this.
Okay.
For the men's team, Eddie Wernick skipping with Donnie Walchuk, Rudy Ramcharan, and Brad Height.
Oh, that's
Wow.
an explosive team.
What a team.
An explosive team.
That's great. And Vic Rauter as their fifth. And coach Paul Galzel. That's a great team right there, Dave.
Absolutely. Yeah, the coaching would all be done from a bar stool, I'm sure. Here's Colby O'Donnell. He's got a real good opportunity now to get one in behind that yellow one that's in the top of the 12-foot.
Another fun Q&A from Team Nunavut here. Outside of curling, obviously, what's your favorite thing to do in Nunavut? They responded, well, the favorite thing to do in Iqaluit is the other drinking sport, darts. Makes sense.
Absolutely.
And forgive me, I'm probably pronouncing this wrong, but Iqaluit, the capital of Nunavut, they want to shout out to the curling club for their support. So I'm sure I'll be getting some responses on how to say that name properly, Dave. But
Yeah, you social media hounds, you.
and pardon me, we'd like to remind the fans that are tuning in right now and sticking it out with Dave and I that you can sign on in and chat.
I might not answer, but you can certainly chat all you like.
It's all just for the fans, Dave.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm off the hook on that one.
Yeah, you are right now.
All right. Okay, we got a bit of a mess of rocks out here now. The first one into that 4-foot's going to have a real good opportunity to score this end. Nunavut's got to get one in here pretty quick. Otherwise, that's going to be blocked off, and he's not going to have a whole lot. There's Colby O'Donnell. I just got it out there a little too far, I think. Not making its way back.
Definitely usable, though, Dave.
Well, it is until it's removed here in about 2 seconds. Yeah, Watt's going to ask for its removal. Andrew's got to be careful here not to float this one out a little bit. Still an opportunity for him to drive that onto his own rock back there. Could be quite disastrous.
Yep.
If he can make a little roll, about a foot and a half to the center line side.
Looks pretty good.
And that's just about perfect.
Still leaves the intern draw here for Team Nunavut.
Yeah, sure does. That's his out.
Got to make a good one.
Got a pretty good lineup going on.
I mean, if they get behind there, it's just
And then here's Jeff Nadeau. Just the man to do it. Very nice, soft delivery.
Weight's good.
Sweepers are staying close to this one, Dave.
Well, that's a little better. Yeah, they need to be ready. That's going to hook a little bit too much, I think, Justin.
Yeah, kind of that low rotation again. It's going to curl a ton. Would actually move those yellow ones a little bit more staggered too.
A little more staggered actually is probably better for Nunavut, so it's not a total waste. And being behind the center line, or behind the tee line, excuse me, there's not too much danger with that after Peter makes a hit here.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I'm sorry, Dennis. He hits it and rolls away, which is probably just as well. Running out of chances here for the Nunavut. They got to get one in here soon. Second chance here for Jeff Nadeau.
Yeah, has to take off a little bit of weight than last time.
It'll get it a little wider too, I think, too, Justin. Eh? Here she comes.
Yeah,
Looks like,
it's gonna curl a lot too again, I think.
I sure like his line.
A bit too heavy.
Yeah, it's a little hot maybe.
Curl in.
Okay, well they got to save this somehow. Get it onto that back one.
Oh, it picked Dave.
Oh, it did so. That's tragic.
It's that low rotation.
Yeah, once again, another problem with not throwing enough rotation on a rock. Besides the fact that it will curl extra, it'll slow down somewhat, and often has an opportunity to lose its handle.
Watch your handle.
Yep,
Team Prince Edward
Yeah, they're
Island.
talking about it now.
yep,
Yeah.
yep. Yep, real
The
hard,
Islanders
guys.
had a real good chance here to put a nail in the coffin.
So it's really cutting hard too.
Well, if he can bounce that a little bit.
Yeah, I think they would have liked a little bounce off that middle red one.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 in the rings.
There is an absolute wall out in front there if Team Nunavut can just get around here.
One rock to save the end.
That's all it really takes here. We're in fifth end action here at the 2016 Travelers Club Championships in beautiful Kelowna, British Columbia.
Peter's taking his time here. He wants to talk to his lead, Jamie Gauthier.
That's definitely an important shot.
Well, it's not sure what he's thinking.
Teams do have 2 1-minute timeouts.
He's
too.
it looks like he's thinking about throwing an out turn around this, which is fine.
Do you like this, Dave?
Well, he hasn't had any success with the in turn. It's not a bad idea. This is the hooking turn, as a rule.
Yeah. I still like that in turn. They've thrown so many rocks down that path.
Yeah, I'd be more inclined to throw the in turn too, I think, myself, but I'm not out in the ice either, so.
And you'd still be thinking about it, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Well, my second would be down having a little chat with me by now. I'm sure.
yeah.
My second, Keith Anderson, the wonderful man.
So they are going back to the intern, Dave.
Yeah, they are at this.
His line looks good again.
I think it's going to hook a little too much.
Well, if he doesn't have the weight, definitely.
That's
Sweeping hard. If
Oh,
they get it
yeah.
by that top one, look at this. Oh, Dave.
excellent try.
Wow. A couple more licks of the broom, and that was buried. Tough break.
Very tough.
He had perfect weight on there.
He gets that in there, they won't see that rock for a month.
Fortunately, I don't think we have that long here, Dave.
You haven't seen me curl. Oh, yeah, you have. Okay, the Islanders, they can hit this on the nose.
Yeah, and before I forget, they wanted to
Be
shout
pretty
out to
good.
their sponsors, Charlottetown Bottle and Metal, as well as Hunter's Ale House. So they appreciate their support. Like all these curlers, their sponsors go a long way. I mean, they can't do all the curling that they want without them.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Well, a little roll inside. Well, he's going to roll right out, but that's all right too.
Yeah, I don't think he wanted to stay there, hey?
Well, hitting it on the nose there wouldn't have been the end of the world.
You got to get behind.
It would have taken away
Behind and
the draw effort by McKay.
You're right. Well, one last chance for Peter Mackey here.
It's do or die right now, Peter. He's definitely had his weight in his back pocket for sure.
Yes, he has been very close on all the draws.
that's what we were practicing for all week. This shot.
Super's giving him a little support in the hack. That's always nice. He would like to get a little bit wider out, wouldn't he, Dave?
Yeah, he definitely needs to have a little more ice or a little more room to work with to get around that guard. He's definitely got the room this time. I'm not sure if his weight's going to be very effective, though.
Too much.
Here she comes if she can stop. Well, it's in there for shot rock anyway. Second shot.
Second shot, yeah. And I was just corrected, Dave. That's Iqaluit. Nunavut. Iqaluit.
Well, there you go, eh?
Yeah.
Now you know everything.
Well, more anyway.
You know more, okay.
A little less than half. Be a little less than half.
So, I mean, this would be a big moral victory if Nunavut can hold PEI to 1 here.
Yeah, it sure would.
It's not the easiest shot here. PEI is going for what looks like a peel attempt and just trying to pick it out.
That's exactly right, Justin. There's a little bit of danger here. If he clips that top yellow one just outside the rings and goes click, click, click on those 3 yellows, he could lose shot rock.
What was that noise again, Dave?
Click, 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 sir.
No, that's right. Yeah, he's got to be a little bit aware of that top situation.
Here's a shot for the win if you can make this.
Not a ton of weight. I like that.
Yep.
I guess you got to throw what you think you can make it
It's
with.
curling, though. It's curling. Oh, just ticks it. Wow. What a save by Peter Mackey, drawing the back there to...
You got that
save
in
his
there
team.
just good enough, didn't he?
Wow. So a force of 1.
Force of 1, a 3-point lead.
PI
Got
goes up
ourselves a
6-3, yeah.
Yeah.
game. Sturgeon Hall, the best burgers in town.
That's the way we're working out.
Huh? What do you think, Justin? There it is.
There it is, Dave.
Hey, Bernie and Louie, here's a little plug for you, my buddies.
They have pretty good pizza there, too, don't they?
Fantastic pizza.
And the beer is always cold.
All right, and here we go for end number 6. And the Islanders are going to try to play this as safe as they can. They got a 3-point lead.
Sixth end's that all-important end. Hey, Dave, you always want to score in that sixth end, so you have, as I say,
Scoring in the even ends.
a good chance to have that hammer in the last end. Yeah. You want to score in 6, hold the opponents to 1 and 7, and take it home in 8.
When I got a 3-point lead, I'd like to score in the 6th. Absolutely.
That's right.
Okay, we're going to try to get a corner guard out here for Mr. Gauthier. Doesn't want to slip this one into the rings.
This one needs to
Pull the parachute.
Too heavy. Way too heavy.
Well, it's a long week. And some of the throws are starting to look a little tired out there, Justin.
hopefully not too tired, Dave. It's only day 2 of competition and a week long. at this event. All the teams play 2 games a day. This one maybe slipping a little too deep too, Dave.
Yeah, that's a dangerous little spot there. That gives Mackey a real good chance to play something down into that pocket.
He could play another guard, couldn't he?
He certainly could. I like this play, though. I think you got the 2 rocks in play that you need. See if Gauthier can get one in there.
Looked like a good throw, Dave.
That was right up the stick by the looks of it. How's his weight?
Line would be good if it's not too heavy.
I think it's just a touch hot.
It's a little strong for Gauthier.
Yeah, it gives PEI a good chance to get out of this little problem that they created. And I don't think he really wants to stick around there, Justin. I think he wants to probably roll it away and get it out of play here.
I think so, Dave. It's one of those stories of the more rocks in play, the more danger.
That's very true.
Last couple ends have been pretty plugged up with rocks. So PEI would definitely like a little bit more openness.
Yep. Clean. Clean. Clean.
Dennis
Andrew
likes
McDougall.
this.
You're going to hit and stick.
Still some opportunity here for Nunavut.
Yeah, Mackey probably get a center guard,
Double
maybe
takeout.
one into the top of the 8-foot on that center line somewhere.
Double her up, Colby.
Yeah, he's decided to try to double.
Double or hit and roll. Makes a good hit and roll here. That'd be nice. Trying to curl. Hard by Mackey. Pretty good try.
Colby.
And Mr. Watt's going to try to remove this red again. Try to roll away.
Yep. Oh, 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 oh.
Hey, Jeff, we'll have to keep him now. He made a shot. We'll have to keep him now. He made a shot.
Gets them all moving.
That's a good shot.
Yeah. The main culprit, the red rock, is out of there. Now Peter Mackey's got to get a rock on top of that yellow. Call for Colby McDougall to do just that.
O'Donnell, Dave.
He'll get there. Got a curl.
It's a good thing I'm not on that social media, huh? Oh, I would just get beaten up.
Good try, buddy.
Yep. Yep. Yes.
That one's moving fairly hard.
Yeah, this one's really curling, Dave.
Yeah.
A little bit of trouble here, maybe.
Well,
He's fine.
The trouble being, though, that he's had set up a bit of a pocket there.
Hey, Jeff, just like a Tim Hortons, double-double. Oh, okay.
And Jeff Nadeau with an opportunity to get one on top.
Way over. He's gone, lad. He's gone.
Relevant on the end of that one. Relevant on the end of that one. Sleeper's getting away.
you think it's quickening up in the sixth end, Dave? We've seen a lot go right to the house.
It's highly unlikely. The one thing I can say about this ice, though, as a rule, it becomes very patchy. And when you leave a spot for 15 to 20 minutes at a time, it will have a tendency to frost up somewhat. And a spot that's been used recently 3 or 4 times in the last 5 minutes will tend to be fairly quick.
Well, now there seems to be kind of a magnet over there, Dave. PI grouping all their stones.
Oh, well, the goal still remains the same for the Nunavut's. Try to get one on top of that pile. Be nice to just kind of pop this back just a little bit.
Yeah, this looks really good. Needs to curl a bit. Come on over. Great attempt there. Weight was perfect.
Excellent try. Denny's just going to rip this one out of here. Anywhere from a nose hit to anywhere on the high side, and red should be removed quite easily. At this point, with that pile of rocks over there, you might as well just hit this on the nose and stick around, though.
Yeah, that's right, Dave. Either or, it's fairly low risk for Team PEI right now.
Yeah, they're in pretty good shape for sure. I think for Peter Mackey here, it'd be nice to get just to the cross of the face of that center rock. Tap it of a wall there. If you can just get to the wrong side of that yellow rock, you could make it a little more difficult to get for Mr. Watts to get removed.
Yeah, that's right. I think Peter has to keep in mind just to get close on this one, because he's probably drawing on his last one for one, so really wants to get his weight close on this one so he has a good reference. This one really curling again, Dave.
Yeah, it's that soft release again.
Weight looks pretty good, though. Like you said, just a little too much on the wrong side there.
A little bit too much on that wrong side, yeah. That soft release is indicative of the ice conditions he probably plays at home. I'm assuming that their ice would be a little straight.
Yes, yeah, that is traditional. Almost anywhere, Dave. I mean, again, clone above normal curl, so.
Absolutely. When you get to the swingy ice, it's really important to get a lot of rotation on that stone.
Last stone here in the sixth end for PI skip, Dennis Watts.
Yeah, a real good opportunity here to put a lot of pressure.
A ton of pressure, Dave.
Absolutely. Anywhere in front of that rock, and just the draw against 4 will be cold. This looks like a real good spot. A little deep, maybe.
But again, facing 5 for Peter Mackey
Facing
here.
5, and he's forcing him to make a double.
Well, just the nose hit probably would work.
A nose hit for the double, yeah. Well, not really a double, but be the nose hit for the point. He could draw the pin. I don't like his chances there.
Yeah, just because that's an insanely tough. Yeah, definitely the hit's the call here, I think. But where to put that broom, Dave? That's always the question. Again, hits are really weight sensitive. If you up the weight or drop the weight, a drastic difference in curl.
There's no question about that. He's got to be careful. He's got to get to exactly the nose, I believe, to make this shot. Anywhere on the high side, on the broom side, I don't think he's going to outcount that yellow that's in the back of the forefoot right now. That's going to go right back and get caught on that trio of yellow rocks back there.
This is definitely to stay in the game here. 6th in. So it looks like he got a little wide there, but the soft weight, it should curl a bit. It needs to curl quite a bit, though. Looks real close.
The nose. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Looks really close.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, overswept just a hair, Dave.
Yeah, they certainly did.
Just needed to curl that last little bit, but PI gets 1. Not awful when you were facing 5, though.
Let's face it. Save it. That's 4 points better.
Good shot, Peter. Hey.
All right, the Nunavut's got their work cut out for them now.
Yeah, 7-3 going in the 7th end.
You were only facing 5 that time, right? Yeah.
And again, we're at the 2016 Travelers Club Curling Championships here in Kelowna, British Columbia. Again, we're super proud to be hosting this event here, and if you're nearby, come on down, check us out.
The rest of the country is not going to like this, but some of the people that would normally be here out in the golf course.
That's right, Dave.
Yeah.
Unbelievable weather we were having.
Yeah, it's been a heck of a November.
As you know all too well, Dave, I'm originally from Saskatchewan, so this feels like August weather here, end of November. Unheard of.
Without the mosquitoes.
Yeah, that's right.
Saskatchewan, huh? I've never been there.
No, Dave, are you sure?
Yeah, lived most of my life there until I moved out here. Jamie Gauthier throwing up a corner guard at this point.
Yeah, really need that corner guard to set something up here. It's looking pretty close.
Yeah, he's got this one down. Oh, it's got to stop. Oh, that's unfortunate. Rolls into the rings. Slides into the rings. Giving Prince Edward Island a real good opportunity to just hammer away at it.
Whatever term you want to use, David.
Yeah, roll hammers. Doug McGregor with the hit.
And again, those that are tuning in, if you want to check any of the scores on any sheets here, go to curling.ca/scoreboard or just Google Curl Canada and just follow the prompts there.
Now Doug McGregor hits and sticks on the outside of the rings there. It's going to work as a bit of a corner guard for the Nunavut team, and they're going to try to use it here.
Got to get this over, I think.
Yeah, it's might have picked some debris, some frost, hit a flat spot. Very unfortunate. Well, the Islanders aren't shying away here. He's throwing another one into the rings with a 4-point lead or a 3-point lead. The 4-point lead. The scoreboard's not quite right, but hasn't been updated yet.
Just getting to it now, Dave.
There we are.
But yes, PI going right after Nunavut here, putting rocks into play here.
Well, the theory, I suppose, being that with a corner guard and one behind the rings, you can't take away everything.
That's right.
So you might as well tack a little bit here.
Yeah, my knee hit coming out. Pulled me up.
If I was Peter Mackey here, I'd be just licking my chops, though. Any rock helps, yeah.
Well, it's hard to lick your chops when you're down 4 in the 7th, but O'Donnell.
Get over there, get over there.
Makes the hit, rolls out.
Shot coming!
McDougall trying to replace that rock.
Dave, I'm just loving the Nunavut's attitude, though, this game. They seem upbeat, and you know, talking with them earlier, like I said, they're just taking every game for what it is and enjoying every minute out there.
And good for them, too. It's a real good opportunity to play at a national level, get some great competition, and meet some new friends.
That's right, and any bad game at a national event still beats pretty much any other day.
That's exactly right. There's a chance. Mr. O'Donnell's going to try to sneak one in behind that one in the top of the 8-foot and maybe put a little freeze onto that rock in the back of the 4. Not to be.
Just struggling a little bit with the weight here today.
T-line. T-line, wait.
And again, you're tuning in to Draw 5. There's 7 draws at this event. The 14 men's and 14 women's teams, they are split into 2 7-team round-robin pools. So after a single round-robin, the top 3 teams in each pool will make the playoff stage. The first-place teams will be seeded directly into the semifinals, and that takes place Friday night. And the second and third place teams will meet in a crossover quarterfinal action Friday at 2 p.m. with the winners moving on. So every single game is important here at the national event.
Oh, you certainly can't give one away. The beauty of the round robin. Jeff Nadeau making a nice little double. Leaving his shot rock in the top of the 8-foot. Islanders are going to try to knock it out of there. Roll away.
Is a nose hit any good here, Dave? For
Nose hit's terrific here. It's pretty hard to do, but it's terrific. Pretty hard to do because you sure put a clip in your own into play.
Is there a jam possibility here?
Yeah, a very slight one.
That actually helps PEI out, hey? Taking
Absolutely.
that back one out.
The more rocks removed, the better.
Decision time now for Nunavut.
Yeah, he's got to Yeah, he's going to play the hit and roll. His other options being he could draw. He could draw around either one of those 2 yellows. Try to create his 2 points.
Yeah, I mean, you don't normally see drawing around one top 8 just because usually there's not enough curl. But here in Kelowna, you can draw around one that's top 8. That's pretty magnificent.
There sure is, Vic.
It's a fairly open end, which is what PEI was for sure hoping for.
For sure.
We left them in for the second game. They did 5, so.
Well, Denny's going to try to put one top 8 foot here. McDoodle and Broderson pounding away at it. Last thing they want to do is leave this short of the rings.
Yes, that would only help Nunavut. It looks like the sweeper's giving it a good brush and
Excellent
getting
job
that
on
in.
the sweepers.
Dave, I'd like to just speak to another unique aspect of the Travelers Curling Club Championship, that all the teams competing here in Kelowna this week are participating in a fundraising challenge to benefit youth curling across Canada. That's through the Curling Canada Foundation. The team that raises the most money will earn a cash grant of $6,000 for improvement to its home club. Additionally, there will be draws for $1,000 prizes for club improvements. Now, that money can go a long way, Dave, for any club, anywhere, and pretty special to promote youth curling, too.
Oh, we could definitely got to get the kids involved. It's a spectacular game that can be played from age 8 to 80, and there's not too many games that you can say that about. There's a nice little hit and roll. Peter McKay with an excellent effort.
Yeah, and that's just it, Dave, right? With so many things to do now, and the activities available to kids are they're just so many.
Wow,
it's hard.
Got to keep them off their phones and off their Xboxes and get them out and playing sports.
That's right, Dave.
Yeah.
It's especially hard to get them doing something active. And I mean, even for me growing up, I always kind of got bugged that curling wasn't a real sport, Dave, and that would bother me. And because I've been curling since before I could even walk, and
I just used to turn my back on those people.
well, yeah, that's it, right? Like for those that have never tried curling, just go on out to a local curling club, try it out for a couple hours, and tell me you're not sore the next day. It uses so many muscles and balance. It's crazy.
Jock Tyre's done an excellent job here at the Kelowna Curling Club getting new players involved in the game.
Oh, that's great point, Dave. I mean,
the burger and the beer, $20 deal on Sunday.
you can't beat that.
Can't beat that. He's got Friday fun leagues, Wednesday fun leagues. I think he's got a new one on Monday now.
Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, novice leagues.
Yeah.
And they're packed.
That's
they're packed,
fantastic.
Dave. 12 sheets.
Mhm.
That means...
And you come down
24.
here and get instructed by our very own Justin Nielsen.
Yeah, I do a little bit, Dave.
A little bit.
Yeah. Really enjoy it. Trying to be part of the initiative, getting more people out on the ice and trying curling.
Absolutely.
It's quite a hallmark here, actually, for Kelowna. We have, this year, over 1,000 members at the Kelowna Curling Club.
Wow.
And yes, you're pointing to a great attempt there by Nunavut.
Nunavut score 1, 7-4.
Shot, Peter.
Nice hit and stick by Peter McKay. Well, they can't hold anything back now, Justin. They got to attack with everything they got. Down 3 without last rock.
Yeah, I apologize that for the last end there. Peter made a great shot with his glass to score 1. And here I am busy rambling on. Yes, we're in the 8th end of action here. 7-4.
Yeah, real imperative that the Nunavut's get 2 center guards up here. Use full advantage of that 3 rock zone, excuse me. Mission accomplished.
Yes, that'll do good.
I always felt that the best way to attack this issue was with 1 long guard and 1 short guard.
Yeah, line them up, Dave?
Well, get them lined up and as far away as possible from each other, so when they can start hitting them, double attempts become that much more difficult. You only get the 2 free guards, you might as well use them.
Looks like Team PI is trying some sort of tap or split.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to split.
A little tick over. Interesting call, being that it's over already, but not bad. If you can make it work.
Sure. Get it off that center line.
It's really close.
Excellent play.
Yeah, it worked out really good.
Yeah.
Rolled back button. It's not an ideal spot
Not
for
an
them.
ideal spot. I firmly believe that you have to throw that rock with enough to get it through the rings.
Yes.
So when you do make the tick, you're still rolling out and you're not leaving your rock in play.
Yes.
However, with a 4-point lead, it's certainly not the end of the world. Jamie Gauthier with freeze attempt. Pretty good effort by Jamie.
Wouldn't have minded to keep that rock in play, but nonetheless, good shot. And I believe we have our first final of the day. Dave?
We certainly do.
Sheet right beside us. Northwest Territories had a great game. Taking Newfoundland. They haven't marked the score yet on the 6th end, but teams here have to play at least 6 ends, Dave.
That's so they can listen to us a little bit longer.
That's right, Dave. We don't get this opportunity very often. We like our time.
I certainly like listening to myself.
It's kind of a weird aspect.
Yeah. All right. Peter's calling for another freeze attempt. Colby O'Donnell. His other option, of course, would be to throw around that corner guard.
Yeah, they're going to be soon running out of rocks here. Oh, little whoop-de-woo slide there by Colby O'Donnell.
Well, it's a long week.
It is a long week, Dave.
Unfortunate.
Got a curl. Almost fell down.
Players still having a lot of fun out there, though. Really good to see.
They said he almost fell down. I beg to differ. He did fall down.
Kind of looks like your slide, Dave.
Yeah, at times it certainly does.
Great.
Yeah.
As you can see in the back there, our time clocks, our feature sheet here, very quick. Playing this game in record time. They still have almost half their time left, Dave.
Well, the time clocks have certainly done a wonderful service to the game of curling.
And again, I'd like to implement a time clock to your games every week.
It's just not funny. It's not me. It's the other team.
But every week, Dave,
I know, it's amazing.
you play different teams.
Yeah, it's amazing how I get them all into those situations.
Again, Colby O'Donnell, see if he can save him. Redeem himself, sorry.
Yeah, get one locked on here.
There you go. That was a great slide, too.
Stayed on his feet.
Hey, Jeff, too heavy to take home in a bag. We'll do one of these.
Sweepers didn't like it.
No.
Just a little hot again.
Yeah, something to get on him about.
Yeah.
At dinner time.
Yeah.
Over a nice little brewski.
Trying to steal these points for you. Oh, my goodness.
Colby might have to slow down his sliders for next game. I don't know.
Colby, stick the pitch back to the potatoes.
Second Andrew McDougall here.
Yeah, I never even know what color I am. They all put the rock there for me. Yep. Oh, yep.
Yeah, he's got a good piece of it. He just wants to roll it out of here. No point in sticking around.
Well, Nunavut's almost at that point where every rock needs to count here.
Well, back in the old day, you used to try to hide one behind the benches, but there's no benches out here, so I don't know what he's going to do.
See, I told you, I don't think.
Handle's gone. Turn the handle by.
Turn the handle by. Again, without the big rotation, that rock is very susceptible to the ice conditions and to the frost or anything that might be on the ice and blah, 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 blah. Lost its turn again.
A couple more finals out there, Dave, on sheet 7. BC over Northwest Territories 7-3, and on sheet 9, Yukon 9-3 over New Brunswick. Great game for them. Again, if you want updates on scores or standings, go on to Curl Canada or curling.ca/scoreboard.
Nice handle.
All right, that should just about do it for the Nunavix and the Prince Edward Islanders. Big win for the Islanders, keeping them very much into the playoff race. I think we're going to focus our attention onto another game. The 8th end of the Nova Scotia versus the Alberta women. Right beside us on sheet 6. Got a bit of a barn burner going on over here.
Yeah. And just to close out our feature game here, Dave, Prince Edward Island, like you said, takes the win, and they moved to 2-2 on the records, 2-2, and that'll put Nunavut 0-4. So PI much alive for the playoff round. Needs a big win tomorrow. So yeah, sheet 6, women, Nova Scotia against Alberta here in the last end of play.
The Nova Scotians with a fairly comfortable 2-point lead coming home from the Lakeshore Curling Club. Skipped by Denise Fitzgerald.
We're just in it for the beer, boys. Every round after.
And the Team Albertans trying to get into play here. Skipped by the Morgan Moose, Sarah Evans, Lindsay Island, and Sarah Gartner-Frey.
Yeah, Dave, and if you guys are tuning in earlier, Alberta was one of the future matchups against Ontario. They had a really barn burner, went into last end. They were tied 6-6, and what a great game that was to watch.
So the Albertans put up a corner guard using their free guard zone. Nova Scotians don't want any extra rocks in place, so they're just throwing their 2 rocks through the rings. They'll be able to hit as soon as they go to throw again.
And Dave, this is actually a battle of one of the 2 top seeds in Pool A. Nova Scotia is right now at 4-0, and Alberta's at 2-1, so Alberta really looking for a win here.
Well, they could sure use it, couldn't they?
So far, Nova Scotia
Sorry.
undefeated.
Yeah, sorry, the Albertans were the team who's winning. And the Blue Nosers get another corner guard up.
When the officials just updating the score back there.
Well, 7-3 for Alberta now. We're now so informed.
As with our future game here, Alberta just looking to keep it clean. I'd like to thank and shout out to our camera and mic crew. Done a great job so far this week and doing a great job now with switching over to this sheet. They've been putting in a lot of hours to set up all the equipment before this event and doing a great job during.
Good afternoon, curling fans. Just want to let you know we have the victory banquet at 1 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. If you're interested in getting tickets, we're going to make sure that everybody who wants tickets does get them, but we need you to purchase your tickets for noon on Friday. Noon Friday will be the cutoff for purchasing victory.
And the Albertans removing Redstones.
Yeah, so far doing a great job peeling.
If you would like to be purchasing those tickets, it must be done by noon on Friday. Thank you.
Fitzgerald Rink has nowhere to hide now.
As we reach that 2-hour mark of playing, more sheets are coming off. On sheet 12, we can give you an update that Yukon 13-1 over Nunavut. Sheet 11 looks like Alberta over Quebec, 6-2. Sheet 10, Northern Ontario over PEI, 8-1. Sheet 9, we already updated you there, Yukon over New Brunswick. Sheet 8, the other feature sheet on live streaming. Looks like a real close one going into the 8th end there, Dave.
Yeah, looks like a beauty. That's Jeff Richard and Tyler Yeager doing the color commentary over there. Last gasp for the Scotians. Blue Nosers trying to put a freeze onto this back yellow one.
Looking for a freeze here, Dave?
Yeah, they're working real hard at this one, Justin.
Looks like it'll get there.
Yeah. It's all about the line.
Just
They're
trying to
losing
save the
line
line.
on that again.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, losing a line, forcing them to keep their brooms on the ice, making the rock travel further. And the Albertans are in elimination mode.
You think there's a split out there in the front on that guard, Dave?
No, I think that might be a little too far out.
So this might finish her up. Maybe Nova Scotia is accepting their fate, and that'll be handshakes.
And that'll be it.
That's a big win for Alberta against Nova Scotia.
Well, that sure puts them right back into the playoff picture at 3-1.
Oh wow, yeah.
And,
Nova Scotia goes to 4-1. Yeah, real good pool there now, Dave.
Absolutely. That first place is the one you want to get. You want to bounce right to that semifinal if you can, and not have to worry about a quarterfinal crossover match.
That's right. Alberta really pumped for that win, and
Yeah, that was a big one.
so we'd like to thank you again for tuning in and watching our game.
Please join us again tomorrow morning.
That's right.
The Dave and Justin show will be back on the air.
Dave and Justin tomorrow, Thursday at 10 in the morning Pacific time, 10 a.m. Pacific. Come on back at the 2016 Travelers Club Curling Championships in Kelowna, BC. Thanks, guys.
Thanks all.
Before there was ice, there was our hallway at home. I was always the shy, quiet kid who loved math. But when I saw math come alive in the geometry of the game, I found my passion and my voice. It's a game of precision, a game of inches. It's the equation that now defines who I am.
This ice is everything. It's where I come to feel close to her, to feel whole. This building helped raise me when my mother no longer could. When I step on the ice, she steps with me. My dad is my rock. We're a team now, like the four of us when we step on the ice. People say that this isn't a contact sport, but that's not true. It contacts you where you need it the most.